Okay. In the last class, 1 meter, just 1, please don't mind. Anya. Anya. Yeah, okay. So in the last class, we discussed about the authentication, different types of authentication methods, and how Windows authentication will work, how SQL authentication will work. So what is the login? What is the user? So what is the login and what is the user, guys? Can anyone tell me the difference between login and user?
Yeah, login in instance level, user in database level.
Super, super, super. Login is the instance level object. Okay. And user is the database level object. Okay. So login is the instance level object, whereas user is the database level object, guys. Right? And whenever you give access to any login on any database, by default, a user will be created on behalf of this login. That user will help to read the data from the database and write the data to the database. We have also discussed Windows login, SQL login, group login. So in the organization, mostly we'll go for group login, guys. We don't go for individual logins. Why? Because individual logins means for every login, there will be an entry created in the SQL Server's logins list. Imagine if 1,000 developers are there, when you expand SQL Server logins list, if you see 1,000 logins, it's not a good thing, guys. Okay, it's kind of a awkward. Okay, so and managing multiple logins also is a big problem. Okay, that's why we don't encourage individual logins in the organization. Is it clear, guys? For example, see, I'll tell you the process. Again, the same process, but I just want to add this point. If anyone comes to you for any type of access, if anyone comes to you for any type of access, what kind of things you have to check, guys? Before giving the access, what kind of things you have to check?
Incident and approvals.
Not incident. See, incident is different. Okay, I'll tell you the difference.
Talking about this logins, right?
Just you can tell
Tickets and
ticket. Yeah, ticket. Ticket is a right
okay.
work. Incident is something broken which is not working. For example, that guy is having access but is not able to connect. Then he will raise incident. If you want access, he will raise a request. Okay, there is a difference between incident and a request. Okay, so you can simply tell ticket. So first we have to check the ticket. Next thing, what is the second thing we have to
Yeah, we
approval?
need
Approvals.
user
From
access or
the
not.
next level. Okay, so you need approvals from the higher level like management level. I mean to say the manager or the director of that particular business line has to be approved, guys. Sometimes they will mention, sometimes people will do like this also. They will raise a request, they will request the manager and manager will approve. So we'll simply see whether manager is approved or not. See, these kind of people will be there in the organization. In the ticket, they will raise read access for the database. Okay. Or in the approval mail, they will simply send an email to their manager as they need read access. In the approval mail, they will simply mention read access. So their manager will approve. In the ticket, they will mention read, write on multiple databases. The manager is approved for something different, and in the request, it is something different. Are you getting the point, guys? Are you getting the point? The manager is approved only for read access. But in the ticket, he will mention multiple databases and he will mention multiple, I mean to say extra permissions and all. So you have to compare the ticket and the approval mail. You don't simply see whether manager is approved or not. For what he approved, go down. You can go down. If you go down, you can see the email, complete email. You can see on what database he need access, what kind of access he need. Whenever you are giving access, always you have to remember these points, guys. First thing, what kind of access on what database. You can give on multiple databases also, no issues if they have approvals. If their manager approved multiple databases, you can give. We cannot object. We are there to help them only. We are working for the application team. We cannot object them. Okay. If they need access, multiple access on multiple database, we are happy to give. We are ready to give. We should give, right? But the thing is, some users, they will request something in the email approval and they will mention something in the ticket. So if such kind of things are there, don't proceed, guys. First clear, okay, what kind of permissions you need, whatever permissions, whatever databases he mentioned in the ticket, make sure for all the permissions, for all the databases, you should have approvals from the manager. Okay, so what kind of things you have to check, guys, before giving the access? Proper ticket is there or not, manager approval is there or not, what kind of access they need, what level of access they need, whether it's a database level or table level or server level, what level of access, what kind of access, okay, on what databases. Okay, so all these things you have to cross check and then only you can proceed to give the permissions. That is one thing. Second thing is, I told you, right, we don't encourage individual logins. For example, if 1,000 people, 1,000 developers are there across the globe for the same application, if you create individual logins for each user, will be difficult. Okay, creating and managing the logins will be difficult. So that's why we don't, okay, we cannot do that. So in the organization, what we will do, guys, we will encourage group logins. For example, if a guy comes to you and if he is asking a request, in case if we followed all the rules, whatever we discussed, okay, whatever we discussed, like approvals, ticket, everything is there, then you cannot directly go and create a login for him, guys. What you have to do, tell them, hey, go to Windows team. Okay, go to Windows team, ask them to create a group login for you. Ask them to create a group login for you. They will create a group login. Give me that login name, I'll create a Windows login in the SQL server. Are you getting the point, guys? So in that group, only one person can be there. No issues. Tomorrow, if anyone is looking for same kind of permissions, Windows team directly will add them into that group. Okay, are you getting the point, guys? For example, this is a group login, right? In this, for this group, we have a read access. Okay, for this group login, we have a read access. So imagine only one person is there. Imagine only one person is there. Let me remove this and remove this. For group login in the Windows level, we should have a Windows group, right? So Windows group is there, and for this group login, we created a SQL. I mean to say, in the SQL server, we create a Windows login. So always this is the best practice, guys. Even though one login is asking permissions, we cannot directly go and give the permissions. We have to always go for group login only. So if so and so guy, if this guy is coming to us and if he is asking access, hey DBA team, can you please provide the access on so and so server, so and so database? I have mail approval, I have raised the ticket. This is the ticket number. Then what you have to do? So you have to tell them, hey, first go to Windows team. Ask them to create a group login for you. They will create a group login. So once they created the group login, get that name, I'll create a Windows login in the SQL server. So you have to manage like this, guys. You have to manage like this. Then he will get the group login from the Windows team. In the group, only one person is there today. Tomorrow, so what we will do, we'll create a group login for him for that particular group and all. In that group, only one person is there. Some for example, Dinesh is there. In that group, only Dinesh is there. Okay, Dinesh is requesting an access. So we asked Dinesh, hey Dinesh, go to Windows team. Ask them to create a group login for you. They will create a group login. Get that name. I'll create a Windows login in the SQL server. So Dinesh requested Windows team. Windows team created a group login and Dinesh gave that group login name and we created a Windows login in the SQL server. Tomorrow, if Fayaz is looking for same kind of access, hey, please replicate my access as Dinesh. Fayaz and Dinesh both are in the same team. So Fayaz newly joined. Fayaz is asking the same level of access as Dinesh. Please mirror the access of Dinesh. Like these kind of words we can see. Please replicate the access of Dinesh. Please mirror the access of Dinesh. These kind of words they will mention in the ticket. So next time we don't do anything, guys. Simply we'll tell to Fayaz, hey Fayaz, there is a group already. There is a SQL developers group. Ask the Windows team to add you into that group. Okay, ask the Windows team to add you into that group. So once Windows team added that Fayaz into that group, automatically the logins, the group login will be updated, and Fayaz will automatically get the access. We don't do anything from our end. Are you getting the point, guys? This is the advantage of group login. Once Windows team added Fayaz into the existing group, as already just now in the morning session we have seen the demo. We have added Pallavi and removed the Pallavi. Once we have added Pallavi, Pallavi can access. Once we remove the Pallavi, she cannot access. Same level of access. Pallavi, Pandu, and one more guy. Okay, I guess, Abhishek. Abhilash, yeah, Abhilash. So when we add to the existing group, the Fayaz will immediately get the same group level access, guys. So from our end, we don't do anything. Simply we have to ask Fayaz, hey Fayaz, Dinesh is part of so and so XYZ group. Request Windows team to add you into that group. Once Windows team added Fayaz into the existing group, automatically Fayaz will get the access as Dinesh, guys. Is it clear now? That is the advantage of group login. Are we good, guys? Questions, doubts?
Sharmak, I have one question.
Yeah, please. Proceed.
Yeah, in this group login, we have same username and password, right?
No, again I'm saying, in the morning session in the morning also, I guess you asked the same question. If we are giving the same username and password, what is the use of the group login? I can go for XYZ username and password, right? How can you track in case if I am giving the same username and password? How can you track? For example, in that group, Prasad is there. I gave you some XYZ. See, Prasad SQL developer is the login name. SQL developers at the rate 123 is the password. So now everyone is using, we have 27 participants in this class. You know that login name is SQL developers, username is SQL developers at the rate 123. All 28 people can connect to SQL server. If someone deleted any database, how can I track it?
Yeah, that is my question actually.
That is what we have discussed in the morning.
Okay.
That is what, and that's why
Database level, we have separate users.
No. Everyone will have a separate login account. In the morning, I logged in as Pallavi. I logged in as Dinesh. I logged in as Abhilash. I logged in as Pandu. So the group name is same, but the logins, those who are part of the group will have different names. They cannot use a common name to log into the server. Again, I'm repeating. It's not a group login means it's not a common group name and password. Group login means a group will be created. In that group, who are all seeking for the access will be added. So there is no difference to you. Even though you are part of SQL developers group, still you will use your name only to log into the server. So when you are using your name, if you delete something, I can easily track it. Prasad deleted. Please go through the last session again. Okay, you'll get the clarity with the demos that we have discussed in the morning session. Okay?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Questions, guys?
Yes, Shanmugh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whenever user comes, we are telling to add them to group and we'll create Windows login. So when we will use SQL, when we will give SQL
See, some logins like application related logins, sometimes it will use SQL logins. Again, this is the recommendation. I am not saying this is the mandatory thing you have to follow. Some people will follow that, some people will not follow that. Okay? Some people will follow these recommendations. Some people will not follow these recommendations. If they need only SQL logins, they will go for SQL logins. But for the best practice is the group login is the best practice. So some people will follow it, some people will not follow it. So that's why, again, in the organization, I'm not saying no SQL logins will be there. SQL logins also will be there, application related logins. For example, third-party tools. Some third-party monitoring tools are there. If those third-party monitoring tools has to monitor the server, they have to connect to the SQL server first. So for that, we need only SQL logins. So such kind of access also in SQL logins also we will use. But group logins are preferred logins. Some people will follow it, some people will not follow it. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, Nehankit, please. What are the details we are using to log in Windows machine? The details
When
you
you
will use right for SQL
when
login.
you
Yes,
create
Priya. Yes, Priya. Yeah,
hello.
yes, Nehankit, please.
When you create a group login, it acts as a single login for all users or logins in that. there is if anyone wants some extra
No, that is not very good
permissions.
question. No, that is not possible. In such case, again, we have to create, for example, in this group, we have Abhi, Pallavi, Pandu. Okay. All these three people will have same level of access. What group having access, the same level of access will have these three people. So if Pallavi needs Dimata, here you go, pay chese. Okay, so in this group, if Pallavi is looking for extra permissions now, that is not possible. Why? Because this will act as a single login. Okay, I can give the access to the whole group. So the access will be replicated on all the logins that group. If Pallavi is looking for extra permissions, again, Pallavi has to request Windows team to create a separate group login. In that group, only Pallavi will be part of it. Are you getting the point now? Snehankit?
Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, this is how we'll manage. Questions, guys? Good that you are asking questions. Priya, what are the details we are using to log in Windows machine? That details we'll use right to log in. First of all, Priya, when you use Windows authentication, will it ask any username and password to connect to SQL Server? If you have account in SQL Server, if you are using Windows authentication, will it ask for any username and password?
No.
No, right? So your question is valid. Got my point, right?
Yes, yes, I got it.
Yeah. చిన్న అయిపోయిందమ్మా. Clear, guys? Any questions, doubts? Okay, so this is how the Windows login, SQL login, and group login will work, guys. Okay, fine. Now let's discuss about the server roles. Okay, let's discuss about the server roles. So what is a role, guys? What is a role? Generally, what is a role? Role means collection of permissions. Server roles means, tell me. Collection of
server level permissions.
Server level permissions. Very good. Server level permissions. Database roles means collection of database roles permissions. Veena, different levels of access, different groups will be there, right? Correct, Veena. Different levels of access needs different groups. Right. So now, generally, for example, in the organization, if you are a manager, you will have set of roles, right? Your roles and responsibilities will be different. If you are a lead, you will have a set of roles and responsibilities. If you are a senior associate, you will have a set of roles and responsibilities. If you are a junior associate, you will have a set of roles and responsibilities. In the SQL Server also, we have server roles, guys. We have server roles. Server roles means collection of server level permissions. Okay. So this will act as a group of permissions. So like that, we have 8+1 server roles are there in SQL Server. We have 8+1, I can say, fixed server roles. Fixed server roles. I'll explain why it is fixed server roles. We have, Shanmukh, you can tell 9 server roles, right? Why you are saying 8+1. Okay, I'll tell you. So 8+1 fixed server roles are there. If you go and see this, go to this security, go to the server roles below to the logins, you can see. Okay, you can see these are the server roles, guys. Okay, so what are the server roles, guys? To remember easily, we have a shortcut BD square PS4. BD square PS4. B means bulk admin. D square means 2 Ds. DB creator, disk admin. Okay, P process admin. S4 means 4S, security admin, server admin, setup admin. You can guess the last one.
Sysadmin.
Very good, sysadmin. Okay, so these are the fixed server roles, guys. means every server role will have a fixed permissions. Every server role will have a fixed permissions. For example, if you are recruited as a manager, automatically the manager roles will be, you have to bound to the manager roles, right? Whatever manager will do in that organization, you have to do all the tasks, right? In the same way, if, for example, if Dinesh is added to bulk admin, by default, he will get some permissions. If Dinesh is added to DB creator, by default, he will get some permissions. If he is added to disk admin, he will get some permissions. And if he is added to process admin, he will get some permissions. So each role will have its own set of permissions. Each role will have its own set of permissions. See, don't worry guys, generally we don't use any of these roles except sysadmin. Except sysadmin, we don't use any of the roles. Sysadmin means you know the meaning of sysadmin. System administrator, he can do everything in the SQL server level. He's the king in the SQL server. No one can block him. No one can stop him. If you are a sysadmin, you can do anything you can in the SQL server. Whatever you want, you can do anything in the SQL server, right? So, but don't worry. So generally, sometimes in the interviews, they might ask what DB creator will do. Okay, what process admin will do. So for that purpose, we are discussing. But in the organization, 99% we don't use any of these roles except sysadmin. Right, now I said, right, we just discussed server role means a set of permissions. So what kind of permissions are there? Bulk admin, what kind of permissions are there? DB creator, what kind of permissions are there? So now let's see what kind of permissions are there to each role. How to check, guys? SP underscore fixed role permission. Okay, SP underscore server role permission. This is server level, right? SRV role permissions. Okay, SP underscore SRV role permission. I want to see the permissions of this role. Just drag and drop, or you can type. Okay, SP underscore SRV role permission and bulk admin. If you just execute, you can see what kind of permissions are there for this bulk admin, guys. Now you see what permissions are there for this bulk admin, guys. How many permissions are there for this bulk admin? How many permissions are there? Two. You can see here, two permissions. Two. One is add member to bulk admin. Remember this role, this permission. Remember this permission. You can see this permission. Very important. Okay. And bulk insert. So this one especially. For every role, this is common, guys. This permission is common. If you open DB creator, add member to DB creator, add member to disk admin, add member to process admin, add member to security, setup, sysadmin, everything you can see like this. So if you are a member of bulk admin, you can do two things, guys. What are those two things? Can anyone tell me what are those two things? If you are a member of bulk admin, you can do two things. What are those two things?
Add members to bulk admin and bulk insert.
Very good. You can see here what he can do. You can see here. Add member to bulk admin means, for example, if you have 10 rupees, you can give same 10 rupees to others. Okay. If you have 10 rupees, you can give same 10 rupees to others. If you are a part of bulk admin, you can add others also to this bulk admin role. Very simple. If you are a part of this role, you will get one permission called add member to bulk admin. Means you can add some login to the same role. If you're having privileges, you can give the same privileges to others. Is it clear, guys? Add member to bulk admin. Is it clear? For every role, this is common. Sunil, any questions? Yeah. Bulk insert. Bulk insert means a member of this role, whoever, a member of this role. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Anya. Yeah. A member of this role can insert bulk operations. Okay. Means bulk operations means what? Bulk insert means what, guys? Bulk insert means huge data. A member of this role can insert bulk data. Bulk insert operations he can perform. These are just roles, guys. These are just permissions of the roles. So you don't worry. Generally, we don't use these roles at all. Okay. So a member of bulk admin can do two things. One is he can add other member to the bulk admin role. He can insert bulk data. Bulk data in the sense millions of records at a time if you are inserting, or if you're inserting data from the external sources, you can insert the data from Excel sheet to SQL Server, from Notepad to SQL Server, from CSV file to SQL Server. So when you are loading the data from the external sources, that is also called as bulk data. So if you are a member of this role, you can perform these two things, guys. Okay. Now let me explain the second role, DB creator, with the examples. With the demo, you will get an idea. Okay. If I want to add any person to any role, very simple. Go to the logins. Let's try with Majid. Okay. Double click on Majid and server roles. If I want to add Majid to bulk admin role, I can simply click bulk admin and I can click. Now tell me, guys, what Majid can do now. What he can do now.
We can add member to bulk
And
admin.
member to
He can
bulk
bulk
admin
insert.
and bulk insert.
Very good. He can add member to bulk admin role and he can perform bulk inserts also. Like that it will work, guys. Let's go with the demo. Okay, we'll go with the DB creator role. So let's see what DB creator can do. Okay, I'm just deleting this role. I'm checking. You can guess, right? You can guess the DB creator role. What DB creator can do, guys? You can guess it. The name itself is saying.
Create the database.
Very good. Very good. Very good. DB creator means he can create the database. In Sanskrit, in our Vedas, we have one okay saying. Who can create? He can
Destroy.
destroy also.
Can destroy.
So he can create the databases. He can drop. That's how you have to remember, guys. Otherwise, it's difficult to remember all the permissions. Sometimes when you go to interviews, can you tell me 1, 2 permissions of DB creator? How can you remember? So these are the shortcuts, okay, that we will use. So now see how many permissions are there, guys, for this role, for this DB creator role?
8.
8. You can see here total 8 permissions are there. Of course, you know that if you are a member of DB creator, you can add other member to the DB creator role. Okay. You can alter the database. Alter means it's a command to change the database level settings and all. We'll use alter. You can create the database. Of course, we just discussed if you can create the database means you can drop the database also. You can extend the database. Restore database is also kind of creating the new database only. You can restore the database. You can restore the log file. I'll tell you what is restore, how many types of restores. Okay. How to restore a log file and all I'll tell you. So don't worry. And you can rename the database also. A member of this role can do all these things, guys. Let's test now. Okay, let's test. I'm going to connect as Majid now. Click on connect. I'll use SQL authentication, Majid. Okay, I'm giving the password to connect to SQL server using Majid. Guys, this is administrator connection. Yes, Veena, he can be part of. That's why if you see here, this is not a radio button. Okay, Veena is asking, can a member be part of multiple roles? Tell me, guys. Can he part of multiple? Yes, you can see it. These are the optional boxes. Means you can add multiple. You can be part of multiple roles at a time. If it is radio button, only one item will be selected at a time. Okay, so the answer is yes. Okay, fine. So now this is administrator connection. Okay, this is admin. Or else let me do one thing. You might get confused. We have already direct connection. Or let me open SSMS with a different user. Normal user is enough. Not with different user. Right, now Majid is connecting to the SQL server, guys. As you know that Majid is having limited access, right? So he cannot, okay, see all the objects, right? I'm disconnecting from here. Right. Now, Majid is part of which role, guys? Majid is part of which role now? is a part
Public.
of public.
Bulk.
Guys, remember, whenever a new login is created, by default, that login will be part of public server role. Public server role doesn't have any kind of permissions. He can just connect to SQL Server. That's why when you create any login, even though you don't have enough permissions, you can still connect. Why? Because of public server role. Public will have connect to SQL permissions. That's it. By default. By default. Shanmukh, you didn't add it, right? Why it is still showing public? You create the login and you try it. By default, every login be part of public server role, guys. Now you can see I'm unchecking this one. How to remove the person from the server role? You can simply uncheck and you can click OK. In that way, you can remove that person from the particular server role. Now, Majid doesn't have any permissions now. Okay. Now, let's go to Majid connection. He is opening one new query window. Let's see whether Majid can create a new database or not. Okay. Let's see whether Majid can create a new database or not. What is the command, guys? Create database name. Okay, something like Azure. Azure is there. Zepto. Okay. Zepto. Now, guess it, guys. Can Majid create the database now? Majid is accessing the SQL server. Guess it.
No.
No, he don't have enough permissions to create the database. See, create database permission was denied. Guys, you should get the proper error, not every error. For example, if you give a wrong statement also, you'll get the error. Shanmukh said we'll get the error, not this error. It should say you don't have permissions. That is the correct error. Okay. Majid doesn't have permissions to create the database. Now, let me go to administrator. Only administrator can give access to others. Why? Because he's a sysadmin. Okay. Now, he is giving access to Majid. Okay. Go to Majid login, double click on it. Go to server roles. Go to just click on this DB creator. Click OK. Now, automatically Majid will get all these 8 permissions, guys. Instead of giving 8 individual permissions, when I add any login to any role, all the permissions, like a group login, all the permissions will be applied on that particular login, guys. So now earlier, Majid can't create the database, right? Now, guess it, guys, Majid can create the database?
Yes, yes.
He can create. He can create. Okay. If you see now, Zepto database. So what Majid can do? He can create the database. He can drop the database. He can restore the database. He can rename the database. He can add other members to the same role. All these things he can do, guys. No need to remember all the permissions. 1, 2 permissions are enough. If anyone is asking what DB creator can do, DB creator can create new databases. He can drop the existing databases. Now I have a quick question for all of you. Guys, is it clear? Tell me. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. So I have a quick question for all of you. Open your chat box. Set direct message to me. Okay. Now, Majid can drop the databases, right? My question is, Majid can drop only the databases that was created by Majid or other databases also. Type your answers in the chat. You got my question right? Majid can drop only the databases that he created, or he can drop all the databases, all the user databases. Right, very good, guys. Okay, so I got mixed response. I got mixed response. I'm happy. So let's check. Oh, nice. So now let me go back. Only zip to okay. Okay, Veena. Okay, done. Sandeep only created by Majid, Pandu all, Swapnil others also, Veena. Only he created the databases. Baswa all, Raj only Jepto he can drop. Akshita all the user databases. Srivani no, Abhilash only that is created by him. Amit all, Pavan all the user databases. Other databases also. Majid drop only. Okay, yeah. Only he created databases. Baswa all databases. Pallavi other databases also. Saida all. Only Majid created databases and depends on permissions. Majid doesn't have any sysadmin, so he can't drop. Sandeep? Majid doesn't have sysadmin. Only sysadmin can drop. Sandeep? Then what is the use of this DB creator role, man? Veena, he can delete only DBs created by him. Fayaz, no, he can't delete all the databases. Swapnil, he can drop other vegas. Okay. Chalo, let me go to Majid connection. Go to Majid. And let's try. Of course, you can drop the databases that was created by Majid. That is true. Let's try to drop other databases, whether he can drop or not. Right click, how to drop a database. You can see delete or drop database name. You can use that command also. Close all existing connections, guys, and click OK. Tell me, guys. Okay, or else let me try like this. Let me try like this. Drop database name Azure. Okay, let's try this one. Alt X. What is the answer, guys? It was dropped. Okay, so he can drop all the databases. It's not like the previous error. It's not permission denied error. If you see that error, it's not permission denied error. He is trying to close all the connections where he don't have enough permissions to close the connections. We have selected an option called close connections. But here when you use command, it is dropping. So the answer is he can drop all the user databases if you are a member of DB creator. Guys, other than DB creator, who can do all these things, guys? You can guess it easily. Other than DB creator, whatever permissions he has, like create database.
Sysadmin.
Very good, very good, very good. So when I ask other than this, anyone who can do that means by default, sysadmin can do anything. So blindly you can tell the answer as sysadmin. Okay, so this is how the server roles will work, guys. Is it clear? DB creator. But we don't use any of the roles other than sysadmin, guys. Okay, just to discuss, that's it. Now let me go back to the administrator connection. Now let me check this, the third server role, which is disk admin. Okay, so there are only two permissions, I guess. Disk initialization and add member to disk admin. Okay, 5 permissions are there. Disk add member to disk admin, you know that every role will have by default this permission. Disk init initialization, sp dump device. These are all like related to the devices, guys. We'll never use it all. So there is no discussion also on this particular server role. You can ignore it. Okay, no issues. Now let's discuss about the process admin. Let's see what kind of permissions are there for this process admin. Again, there are only two permissions. One is, you know that add member. If you are a process admin, you can make others as a process admin. If Dinesh is process admin, Dinesh can give access to Nakul, the same process admin. Nakul can give access to Pallavi. Pallavi can give access to Pandu. Pandu can give access to Prasad. Like that, if you are a member of a particular server role, you can add others to the same server role also. That is one thing. Now kill. What is this kill? What is this kill, guys? Any idea?
Remove.
Killing the sessions.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, killing the session. Speed idling.
Yes, speed. Okay. Right. So now let's try to understand the session. What is session and all? How we can see the sessions? How to manage the sessions? How to cancel the session? Okay, so let's discuss this. This is very important. We don't use process admin in the organization. Okay, generally we don't use, but you have to learn these things, process admin and all. So now I'm connected to the SQL Server as an administrator. When I am trying to execute something, SQL Server will give you one connection to you. For example, Majid is trying to execute something, whatever it is a select query or insert or update, delete. You're executing something means SQL Server internally will allocate a session for you guys. That is called a session. It will allocate a session for you. So whatever queries you are running, those queries will run under these sessions. Whatever, whoever are connected to the SQL Server, for them, SQL Server will allocate a session for that particular login. Who are all connected either from users connections or from the application connections. Who are all connected? If you are doing something in the SQL Server, you can do only through a sessions. Using session only, you can connect to SQL Server. Using session only, you can do anything on the SQL Server. Any queries and all you want to execute, it will allocate a session. Hey, brother, this is your session. This is your work area. Whatever you want to do, execute it here. So when I'm executing this query, okay, under this session, okay, what session, guys? You can see here. This is called SPID, SPID. Under, so I'm giving a session. So I have to identify, right, which session I have to give to which login, or who is accessing what kind of sessions, what they are running to track. I have to identify the sessions, right? So that's why, brother, don't mind. I'll give you a session ID for you. Under this session ID, I'll track whatever you're doing, brother. Like that, SQL Server will think. Under 62 session, I'll track it, whatever things you are doing. I'll help you. This is your temporary work area. Whatever you want to execute in this session. I can help you, but for my tracking purpose, I'll give one ID. For every session, I'll give one ID that is called SPID, SPID or session ID. So if someone is doing something, if Majid is doing something, I can easily track what Majid is doing. Who connected to this? Say, for example, let's go to administrator connection. Who can track? Only sysadmins can track. So I can see what and all current sessions running in my SQL Server using the stored procedure sp_who2. It will show you what and all sessions are there, how many sessions are there, who are connected, what kind of queries they are running. Everything it will show you, guys. sp_who2. SP means stored procedure. Okay, I can see here one session ID, one SPID. There are different types of sessions, guys. In the entries, they will ask you for each session, there are different kinds of states. For each session, there can be different states, background sessions, running sessions, runnable sessions, sleeping sessions. Okay, sleeping sessions.
Suspended.
And suspended sessions. Very good. Suspended sessions, rollback sessions. Okay, sometimes the entries they will ask you background, running, runnable, suspended, rollback, sleeping. These are all different states of a session. If you are running something, it will show you running. Previously you ran something. In the future also you are trying to run. Then it will show you runnable, or it is about to run. If you create any jobs, regularly it is running on the server, then it will comes under sleeping sessions. Once the session is completed, it will go to sleeping, or else it will be completed. Cancelled, that is called suspended sessions. If you are running something, okay, like you're inserting 1 million records. After 1 lakh records, you just cancel that transaction. So it has to roll back all the 1 lakh transactions, right? So until the rollback is going to be completed, it will show you rollback state. So like that, you can see different states. So now you see just login column. Who is connected to the SQL server? See here, Majid. From which host name he connected? See, I can expand, I can see If he connected from his laptop name will be there here. If he connected directly from the server, server name you can see. Any blockings are there will help you. This column will help you to check the blockings. To which database he connected? What is the command he ran? Earlier he ran the command, right? So now it was already executed, so it will show you awaiting command. The session is still open, so it will show you awaiting command. How much CPU he is consuming? How much disk IO he is consuming? When he ran the last statement? Using which application he connected? See, using which application Majid connected, guys? Using which application Majid connected? SQL Server query window. SQL Server query window. Okay, so like this we can track each and every session, guys. Okay, so this is how we can track all the sessions that are running. We can use sp_who2 or select star from sys.sys processes. Select star from sys.sys processes. Or there is a DMV also. Select star from sys.dm execute requests. So you can see all these sessions. Remember, up to 50. For example, in the Windows machine, if something is creating problem, what you will do, guys, in the task manager? If something is consuming more CPU, more memory, what you will do?
Into task.
You will kill the task, right? Right click. See, for example, I don't want this, my Leo photos. I don't want this task. It is consuming 118 MB memory. It is consuming some disk. It is consuming some CPU. I don't want this task, but still it is consuming in the back end. So what I'll do, I'll right click and I'll end the task. End means what? You're killing the task. So that whatever resources that is using till now will be deallocated and will be allocated to the system. So now the utilization will be down. In the same way, in the SQL Server also, if any session is creating noise, if any session is creating resource crunch, if any session is eating lot of CPU, lot of memory, we can take action accordingly. Sometimes the last action will be, the final action will be, we will sometimes kill the sessions also. Or by mistake, you executed a query. You are not supposed to execute, but by mistake you executed. You want to cancel it. You can cancel using the kill statement. What is the statement we'll use, guys? Kill statement. Kill is a statement. Using this, we can kill any session. This is one session. This is one session. This is one session. This is one session. Like that, I can kill any of the sessions, guys. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, hello?
Is this Shanmugh?
Yeah, this is Shanmugh. Tell me.
Hello, sir. This is Sultan. I saw.
Yeah. Okay. So this is one session. This is one session. This is one session. Like that, Majid is connected and is running some queries. So SQL Server allocated session 62 for him. Okay, you can see here. Majid session, the brackets you can see 62. So you can see here 62 session. So if see his session is consuming 10,990 physical IOs. Okay, 172 CPU. Okay, so like that we can see the resource utilization of that particular session and all. So if you want to see the sessions, you can use sp_who to select star from sys.sys processes. But you initiated a session or one session is creating lot of noise, lot of resources it is consuming. So user said, okay, no problem. If it is consuming more CPU and memory, what will happen, guys? Sometimes if it is consuming more, like the same thing you can see here, right? More details if you see here, you can see around 80%, 40%, 84% memory is in use. So which one is consuming more? SQL Server is consuming more. Out of the SQL Server means what? On behalf of SQL servers, the sessions that are running under SQL Server is consuming more CPU memory. So if I feel that one session is creating a problem, for example, Majid session is creating a problem, it is consuming more CPU, more memory. With the help of Majid, after taking his approvals, I can kill Majid session. How to kill his session? Simply kill statement. Which session ID you want to kill? Session ID. Kill 62. Like this I can kill. But again, remember, this is very, very important point. Don't kill without approvals. If you feel that you have to kill that session, as the session is creating a problem, disturbance, resource crunch, it is eating lot of memory, CPU, disk IO, blockings, then you can kill that session. But you have to check who is running the session, under which login it was running. So you can see here in the beginning itself, the login name you can see. Okay, this is SP, this one. Okay, SP who2. You can check this one, guys. Okay, if you go down, you can see the login name. Okay, Majid. So now you'll go to your teams. In the organization, we'll use teams, right, to communicate with others. We'll ping Majid. Hey Majid, your session, so and so session is creating some problem. So would you mind to cancel the session from your side, or you want me to kill the session? So we'll give two options to him. Either he has to cancel, Majid has to cancel the session, or we can kill his session. So Majid will tell you, no, I'm going to cancel the session. Sometimes he will cancel the session from his side. Or, okay, no problem, you can kill the session. If he's outside, he went to coffee. Okay, after initiating a transaction, he went to coffee. Then he will tell, okay, no problem, you can kill the session. Sometimes users itself will raise a request, please kill so and so session. Is it clear, guys, now how to check the sessions? The use of the session ID, who is running, from which server they are running, on what database they are running, what kind of command they are running. Is it clear, everyone, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, Shanmugh, how to know that this session we need to clear, like blocking session?
That will be discussed in the blockings. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, in the performance tuning, we'll discuss that one. We can see here the block by column. It will show you for example, if 62 is blocking other session, for example, 59, if this was blocked by 62, under blocked by column, it will show you 62. Means 59 is waiting to complete 62. Okay, so in that way, you can see the blockings and all. Okay, we'll be discussing the performance tuning, don't worry.
Okay.
So guys, who can kill the sessions in the organization? A member of?
DBA team.
A member of DBA classes.
Process admin.
Sysadmin and sysadmin.
Sysadmin and sysadmin.
Process admin and sysadmin.
Yeah, okay. Member of process admin and a member of sysadmin can kill the sessions. They can see the sessions. See now, see here, I'll show you the demo also. Now when I execute this SP who2, how many sessions I can see, guys, total? Total, how many sessions I can see? You can see here.
46.
46. Now let me go back to the Majid section and let me execute the same command, sp underscore who2. Let me execute the same command. You can tell how many sessions you can see, guys.
Only one.
Only one means what is that session? What is that
Is
session?
one session.
62.
One session.
His own session only. Is 62? 62. He can see his own session. Why he cannot see 45 sessions? The other 45 sessions he cannot see. Why?
You don't have privileges.
To see others' sessions, to kill others' sessions, either you should be part of process admin or you should be part of
Sysadmin.
Clear, guys, now? Okay, now let me show you. Okay, now somehow he know the session ID. For example, somehow he know the session ID. He know the session ID as 59. Now he is trying to kill the other session ID. Okay, let's see whether he can kill or not. How to kill the session? Kill session ID 59. When he's trying to execute the statement, it will throw you error. Hey, user doesn't have permissions to kill the statement. Clear, guys? So now he's not part of the process admin, so that's why he cannot do that. So what I can do, I'll add him into the process admin role. Let's see whether he can do it or not. After adding him, let's see whether he can do it or not. How to add him? Go to login section, double click on Majid. Guys, giving access to Windows login, SQL login, the process is same. If it is Windows login, simply you will double click on Windows login. Same options you can see. Go to server roles, you will add. Shanmukh, you said how to add SQL login into the role or group. Can you show me how to add a Windows login? Everything is same, guys. Only the name will be different. That's it. Clear, guys? Now what I can do, I'm going to add Majid to the process admin role. Server roles. Always practice one role at a time. Okay, so I'm unselecting the DB creator. If you are practicing multiple roles at a time, you cannot identify because of which role that is affecting. Okay, so once you're comfortable, you can practice with multiple roles at a time. I'm just selecting process admin. Click OK now. Okay, now you see earlier you cannot see any processes. Okay, so if you earlier when we execute, you can see only his own session, right? Now if you execute, see 49 sessions you can see. Earlier he cannot kill the session. We got an error. Kill statement is denied. Sorry, what is that? User doesn't have permissions to kill the statement. Okay, now if you, same you can see here Majid, and you can see who is running the query, Majid here. Okay, and if you execute, he can successfully kill the 59 session. But remember one thing, whenever you are killing something, it will go to rollback state. That rollback state means, for example, I'll tell you in the SQL server, it has to follow ACID properties. ACID, ACID, atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. Not only MS SQL server, all the database softwares has to follow these ACID properties. So as per this ACID properties, before the database, before transactions, how the database state will be, after transactions also the same state should be there. And every transaction has to be either successful or it has to be completely failed. It's not partial successful. For example, you are sending 10,000 rupees to others. What is the state of the transaction, guys? Either it should be completely successful or it should be completely failed. There is no partial success right here. 5,000 you will get it. 5,000 the amount will be created to the other user. Is it possible, guys, like that? So either it has to be fully committed or it has to be cancelled. But it shouldn't be like a partial successful. So either the transaction has to be, the 10,000 has to go to the other's account, or the transaction has to be failed, 0 rupees has to go to the other's account. The money has, it shouldn't be deducted from your account. So whenever you're running, for example, I'm running 1 crore transactions, 10 million transactions on a database. So here there are a lot of chances while running 1 crore transactions means we cannot complete in fraction of seconds, right? Definitely it will take hours, right? It has to write 1 crore records to the database. Definitely the transaction will take 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours or 6 hours or 10 hours. After 90 lakhs transactions, someone cancelled that session. Imagine. So what will happen, guys? As per the ACID properties, either 1 crore transactions has to be inserted or 0 transactions has to be inserted. But already 90 lakhs inserted right till now. Since 5 hours it is running and it inserted 90 lakhs. So what SQL server will do, when you cancel, it will roll back all 90 lakh transactions. Undo. This is called undo. Technically we'll call it as undo. When we are typing something, we'll do undo, right? If you have any mistake, we'll do undo, redo and all. Same thing. So here out of 10 million transactions, 1 crore transactions, either 1 crore has to be committed or 0 records has to be committed. But already 90 lakhs committed, right? Committed in the sense processed. So again, it will cancel all 90 lakhs transactions. That process, that state is called rollback state. So rollback is very dangerous. When you kill any session, the session can be killed immediately or it will go to rollback state. So rollback state can be completed in a minute, in an hour, or it might take few hours to complete, it might take few days also to complete, it might take weeks also to complete rollback state. So whenever you're killing a session, always remember what kind of session you are killing. So there are chances that some statements, some sessions will go to rollback state. If they are going to rollback state, it will create a problem. That will be closed automatically after the rollback state is completed, but it will create extra pressure on the SQL server. So that also we have to remember. So while killing any sessions, you have to be very, very careful, guys. Is it clear? While killing any sessions, you have to be very careful. Are we good, guys, now about process admin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Shanmugh.
Yeah, Shankar, tell me.
Yeah, how to find that what the session is doing, like which query is executing in that session?
See, we can use this statement, or in the organization we'll use custom scripts. There are different ways. Okay, you can see here. For example, if you run this, it will show you, but it will simply show you only just a statement, whether it is a select or insert or update or delete. Only that kind of statement it will show you. Command, see, command column. Under command
Okay.
column, it will show you whether it is select statement or select into. Select into means stored procedure. Like it
Yes,
will
sir.
show you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Some we have one custom stored procedure also, that is called sp underscore who is active. Using that also we can do that. Or we have dbcc input buffer. There is another command called dbcc input buffer. If
Okay.
you know one query, session ID, if you execute dbcc input buffer
With session ID.
with the session ID, if you use this, then also it will tell you what kind of queries are running. So, or we can use some custom scripts also. Using all these methods, we can find which session is running under which query is running under which session.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So take a break, come back after 15 minutes, we'll discuss other server roles, okay? I'll be back after 15 minutes, guys.